Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Chavez. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got the big fellas out there. A three tight end look on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Bailey. Back open in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time on target. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Wants to throw again. Wide open downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game. The way they're throwing it right now, I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball. And right now, that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy. But the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Dogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Drops back on first down. They're all over him. Caught along the right sideline. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running inside, it's Smith. At the 35, he's open. Turning it on. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, UCLA. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Makes the pass. Right side, it's Frazier. Snags it, and he's open. He's at the 10, and he scored! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Chavez. He'll He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Ncaa, taken in by Smith on the right side. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Great job by the quarterback to beat the blitz by getting rid of the football, and as a bonus, they get the first down.
Yeah, that's a good example of a quarterback knowing where his answers are. He sees the blitz coming, he finds his running back running out of the backfield, and they're able to make that defense pay.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, is Ncaa gonna take a shot? He's got it inside the 30. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Out wide right, it's Grove. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, it's so nice to have guys out wide that you just trust that you can feed the football, and this guy will do the rest, will cross that goal line, will take care of you, make you look like a genius. That's that kind of guy right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air, it's Bailey. Finds a man on the right. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Georgia comes quickly to the line. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
And now on second down for this offense. Making the adjustment on the play. Second down to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Frazier. Knocked down at the 47, it's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. Handoff for Frazier. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. More importantly, we have an early barn burner here. Both cylinders, as our stats will show you. First play of the period will be a second down. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. To the air, it's Bailey. Right side, it's Frazier. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Holds on, it's Frazier. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Long way to go on second down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Caught behind the line. It's Frazier.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. Just keep slinging it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires left. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Still running at the 40. Flying down the left side. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bruins. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. On the return, it's Hawkins. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game,
Caught, and he's got room. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Georgia going up tempo. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to pass, it's Bailey. They're working that left side. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first. Got it in the middle. It's Frazier. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Dogs in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun. Left side is Frazier. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. There he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, UCLA!
And how about the defense coming up huge? It looked like this was going to get really, really close, and they do what they do, man. Make that one big play, Palmer. Force not only the turnover, and then take it all the way back to the house. They looked like they were about to give up points, and then all of a sudden, they get points of their own.
And that was a bad decision by the quarterback, too, David. I get it. You're trailing on the scoreboard, but you got to know you can't get it all back on one throw. He threw that into traffic. Give the defense credit. They were where they needed to be. They didn't just pick it off. They took it to the house and added insult to injury.
And he made the extra point without problem. From deep, it's Hawkins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Sells to run, looking to pass. Buys time to his left. Out wide left, it's Keys. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You hear this all the time, but you've got to be able to tackle the catch. Limit yak, right? I know that ball wasn't thrown deep down the field. As soon as that guy caught it, though, down he went.
Let's see if they play it conservatively and try to get some of the yardage back on second and long from the 13. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First two drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the...
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Throws to the wideout. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Wants to throw it. Looking for a big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Third and long coming up. pass. It's Bailey. He'll be stopped right at the 43-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Now to see if they want to spin that wheel of fortune. They'll run for it. It's Frazier. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Imaliava. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. First play of this drive. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Out wide right, it's Frazier. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a 1st down. Here comes the hurry up. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Connection to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Georgia going up tempo. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Fires to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Now on 3rd down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more snap coming before halftime. Right back to the well. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 3 team, the Washington Huskies. And it's the Buckeyes with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Lets it fly. Tough to get a rhythm off the bench, and the first one is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Finds his tight end. Oh, it's a fumble. And he was able to get back on top of it.
Good awareness by...
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking to throw again. He lets one fly deep. It's caught. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24. Quick give. It's Frazier. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On first down, Nate Frazier. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Operating in the red zone here on second down. This time they'll throw it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Touchdown, Dogs! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. His third touchdown of this game, and his third on the season. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They march 78 yards down the field, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right side, it's Lee. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. First down for this offense. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the gun, it's Smith. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, you have to be impressed by what you've seen from the transfer running back. And I know he's not playing at a Power 4 conference level right now, but this guy sure could start for a lot of teams at that level, no question about it. Over 150 yards in this game. And really, guys, because of his success all season long, he's got this team in contention to reach the college football playoff.
Maybe didn't like that play call on 3rd and 2. Instead, they'll call a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Calls his own number. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Iamaleava got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Fourth down, Iamaleava. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Fresh set of downs going up top. Look out! Got rid of it just in time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Second and long here. On the draw, it's Frazier. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. Georgia going up tempo. Looking to throw on 3rd. Left side is Frazier. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
I don't think he got anything. He got stopped on 4th and 1. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Sends it back in motion. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turn.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Quarterback changing the play. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Escapes the pressure going right. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with fourth. Snaps it, and he has to have it. He's got it, first down and more.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Wants to throw again. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down, gonna throw it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. He's changing the play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll run with Nate Frazier. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the move from inside his 5. Hits him with a stiff arm. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high percentage passes.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Imaliava. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Across the 45. Oh, he's got some space. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They want to run this quarterback. Run ends there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. The official says no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And I like the decision to go up by more than a touchdown in the 4th quarter is the right call, but the execution doesn't come through. Now this football game is totally different. You don't have a 2-score lead. Your defense is going to have to step up for you in a big moment late in this football game.
The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Brings it in down the left side. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
Well, we haven't called his number too much tonight, but that time coming up with a huge play down the field for this offense.
Swings it out to his running back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Out wide left, it's Frazier. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here's Ncaa to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Gets rid of it. Out wide right, it's Grove. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Ncaa. He's not afraid to go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Trying to take it back. What a tremendous effort on the final play of regulation. But we've got overtime coming. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Caught. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up. Throwing, Ncaa. Reels it in. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They want to keep this drive alive. 3rd and short here in overtime. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Right right side, it's Chavez. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Big 3rd and goal here in overtime as they try to get a touchdown to take the lead. From the gun on 3rd down, Ncaa. Touchdown, Bruins! They get on the board first here in the overtime period.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Delay to the back. It's Frazier. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Left side is Frazier. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. 1st and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. The snap sets up to throw. Took a shot as he threw. Incomplete into the end zone, but I think this offense is going to get nabbed for a penalty. So I guess the upside is at least the ball wasn't put in harm's way, but after the grounding call, it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Got the back over the middle. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Field goal is off the table. They have to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal here in overtime. Looking for the goal line. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
He wants to throw it again. Fires to the end zone. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.